I don't know how many days are left in this race that feature a couple of 20-something Metro Detroit kids who are in a car, and we began talking to them, I think, in June. This race began. It's called the 2009 Mongol Rally. It began in July, mid-July, and it includes racers from all over the world. They're not allowed to use these global positioning systems at all, but they have to use compasses and maps, and it's a 10,000-mile route from London to Mongolia. I believe they go to the capital, or are supposed to. The ending spot is to the capital of Mongolia. A quick show of hands from those of you out there in Radioland who know what the capital of Mongolian would be. Anyway, so it's 10,000 miles. They go through 15 different countries. They're going through 3 different mountain ranges and a couple of deserts, these racers in small cars. It's all designed, by the way, with charity in mind, and we'll find out how these 2 Michigander men are doing after you listen to these important messages.
Biggest problems that people have with glasses. Glasses fall apart. They don't fit right. They hurt. Issues with night vision, peripheral vision problems. Vertigo is a big thing.
You're listening to Paul Boyko of Visions of Canada.
Trying to combine too many things sometimes into one pair of glasses can make you a pair of glasses that's good for nothing. So when you go to get eyeglasses made, you go to people that specialize in making high-quality glasses. When you buy original Verilux products in Canada, ground on Essilor's equipment, it's second to nothing in the world. Visions of Canada now has been in downtown Windsor for nearly 20 years. We are one of the leaders in technology of bringing people the finest eyeglasses from all around the world. All over, they come to Visions of Canada to buy quality eyeglasses. I'm 1 minute from the tunnel exit. 1-800-743-LENS. And that's 1-800-743-LENS. If they want more information about our quality products and our services, they can go to visionsofcanada.com.
With my dry eyes, it felt like a sandstorm in my eyes, and I knew it could lead to eye health issues, so it was hard to focus on anything else. But now I've opened my eyes to Clear Eyes.
Mild, moderate, or severely dry eyes? There's a Clear Eyes brand Tears product for you. Each Clear Eyes product bathes eyes with extra moisturizers that restore a healthy, moist environment, the way nature intended, for up to 8 hours of soothing comfort.
I finally see a solution.
Clear Eyes Tears products, for eyes the way nature intended. Use as directed.
You're listening to The Warren Pierce Show on News Talk 760 WJR.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon.
I don't know if we classify them as speed racers or not. Colin Otto is one of the 220-something Metro Detroiters entered in this 2009 Mongol Rally. The other is Scott Brills. They have this cell phone. They have been sending back all sorts of updates to the folks who know them here in the Metro Detroit area. And, Scott, I filled our listeners in on what the race is all about. It began in the middle of July. How are you and your, I guess we could call him co-pilot, Colin, how are you and Colin doing in this race to get to the Mongolian capital?
Hi, how are you doing? We're doing pretty well, located in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan right now. However, one small change since we last talked to you, we are now vehicle-less.
Isn't it rather hard to compete in a vehicle race without a vehicle?
It is difficult, but not impossible. We had our car break down in the middle of nowhere on the highest altitude freeway in the world in Tajikistan. And long story short, we eventually found someone who had a truck. We put it on a truck, took it back to the local village, sold it to them, and ever since we've just been hitching rides on taxis and planes and trains to eventually get to Mongolia.
What about the organizers of this particular race? And I know you're raising funds for a very worthy cause to build a facility in Mongolia, but what do the race officials say about your participation in this contest without that small car? You were in that small car, you were telling us, an American-made car with the equivalent of a motorcycle engine in it, because that was the rule, that you had to have only a small car to participate in this particular race. How are you doing now, and what do the race officials say you participating without that vehicle?
Well, it's actually all part of the rally, Warren. It's not uncommon for cars to break down since you are driving about 10,000 miles on some of the worst roads in the world. And so we are definitely not the only ones that have lost a vehicle along the way. I think there's a few other dozen teams that this has happened to. Some of them just give up and go home, and other people just kind of persevere and eventually make it. And that's really the goal, is just to make it somehow. It would be great to make it with our vehicle, our Chevy Metro that we lovingly restored over a few months and shipped over here and drove 6,000 miles to Tajikistan, but it was not to be. So we're just arranging alternate transportation.
All right, well, good luck to you. We'll keep our listeners posted. Let me just talk to Colin very fast here before we let the two of you go. And before I do that, let's get Colin Otto on the line as well, one of the 220-something Metro Detroiters who are participating in this race to the capital of Mongolia. Let me see if, Colin, you know the capital of Mongolia, by the way, that you are all destined to wind up in or designed to wind up in?
The name of it?
Yes. What's the capital of Mongolia?
Yeah, it is Ulaanbaatar.
Very good.
That is the capital of Mongolia.
How many more days do you think you'll be in this particular race, by the way? When do you think you'll get there?
Well, that's tough. I'm thinking probably by September, I want to say 10th.
All right, so you got another
7th, 10th, somewhere in there.
Yeah, you got another couple of weeks or so to go. We'll wish you well. Does it get frightening at all to be in the middle of nowhere without a vehicle, just trying to hitch a ride to get to this Mongolian capital, Colin?
Well, at times it does seem a little strange. You know, you might find yourself at some strange house in the middle of the night, surrounded by a bunch of scary-looking men that you don't know. You know, people throwing you tea and things, you know, like when our car broke down. But in general, it feels pretty safe.
All right. Well, good luck to you and Scott, and we'll talk to you soon. If people want more information, they can go to their website and follow you on, almost a daily basis?
Yep, we update the Twitter feed we have going on there, and we do it pretty much daily, I'd say, or every couple days.
All right. mongolguys.com, mongolguy.com?
mongolrallyguys.com.
Mongol Rally Guy. Got it.
MONGOL.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Thank you very much, Warren.
You're welcome. In the middle of nowhere on this race to the capital, Ulaanbaatar of Mongolia.